Here we go again. The World Health Organization has declared for a second time in 2 years Mpox as a global public health emergency. Now, I don't know about you, but this is looking an awfully lot like the story of the boy who cried wolf. Let's jump into this article down here. This is from NBC News. I'll put the link in the description down below, and I'm glad they put that in the title, this aspect about the second time in 2 years. Okay, right? People need to know this. I mean, some people are waking up. I don't know how many and how many see the BS that's going on in the world right now, but let's jump in. The subtitle of this article is "The Declaration Followed an Outbreak of the Viral Infection in the Democratic Republic of Congo that has spread to neighboring countries." Let's see. The World Health Organization on Wednesday, again, this article is from August 14th, 2024, so just the other day, declared Mpox a global public health emergency for the second time in 2 years following an outbreak of the viral infection in the Democratic Republic of Congo that has spread to neighboring countries in Africa. A public health emergency of international concern, or PHEIC is the acronym, is the WHO's highest level of alert, and it can accelerate research funding and international public health measures and cooperations to contain the disease. So accelerate research funding. I wonder what that means. Dump a bunch of money into companies that are researching? Probably. Follow the money and you will find the answers. Earlier this week, Africa's top public health body similarly declared Mpox, formerly known as Monkeypox, an emergency after the warning that the viral infection was spreading at an alarming rate. More than 17,000 suspected Mpox cases and 517 deaths have been reported on the African continent so far this year, a 160% increase compared to the same period last year. The African Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said cases have been reported in 13 countries. Personally, I've never known anyone to have Mpox. I had never even heard of it. Again, not taking anything away from people that could have this or do have this, but I've never seen any evidence of it. Mpox has two different viral clades, 1 and 2. Both versions can spread through close contact with an infected person or via direct contact with infected animals or contaminated materials. The outbreak in Congo began with the spread of clade 1, a strain that is endemic in Central Africa and known to be more transmissible. Clade 1 can also cause more severe infections. Previous outbreaks have killed up to 10% of people who got sick. So there's that. A new version of the strain, Clade 1b, is now spreading and appears to be more easily transmissible through routine close contact, including sexual contact. It is spread from Congo to neighboring countries, including Burundi, never heard of that, Kenya, Rwanda, and Uganda, triggering the action from the WHO. And again, you got to ask yourself, do you trust the WHO? Personally, I don't trust the WHO. I don't trust Bill Gates. I don't trust a lot of modern medicine. I think it's a money grab in many cases. And as one of the people that I follow for a long time, Dan McDonald, he's very vocal about the fact that he doesn't believe in their science. And you know what? I'm starting not to believe in it too. It's clear that a coordinated international response is essential to stop these outbreaks and save lives, said WHO Director Tedros Adhanom. And then his last name's too difficult for me to pronounce. Good old Tedros. A strain of Clade 2, meanwhile, was responsible for the global spread of Mpox in 2022, which prompted the WHO to declare another emergency. So that's what I'm talking about. It seems very suspect to me, because it seems to me like if you declare a public state of emergency, you're going to cause all sorts of panic and economic implications. And how many lives do you endanger by doing that? Clearly, it has to be a lot. Infections from the clade are far more milder than those from clade 1. That clade. More than 99% of people survive, according to U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, but it's still capable of causing severe illness, particularly in people with weakened immune systems. Keep your immune system as strong as you can, and probably do that by staying away from the you-know-who people. The version that spread in 2022 largely through sexual contact among men who have sex with men was known as clade 11b or 1IB. The WHO ended that emergency 10 months later. In the U.S., Mpox cases have declined considerably since their peak in 2022. Average daily cases fell to 0. However, given the virus spread in the DRC and its bordering countries, the CDC asked doctors last week to be on alert for Mpox among people with characteristic symptoms who have recently spent time in the area. No cases of clade 1 have been reported outside Central and Eastern Africa, but it warned about the risk of further transmission. The CDC also issued an advisory for people traveling to the DRC and its neighboring countries. See, I think they're, based on my experience, these people are fear mongers. And I'm not saying what they're saying is wrong necessarily. I'm saying they are fucking fear mongers. Pardon my French. Pardon my French. According to the agency, these people should practice enhanced precautions and seek immediate medical care if they develop a skin rash. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services said Wednesday that the country is well prepared to detect and manage any clade 1. Since officials monitor for Mpox through clinical testing and wastewater surveillance, if a clade 1 case were detected, we expect it would cause lower morbidity and mortality in the United States than in the DRC. Mpox usually starts with a rash that can look familiar to chickenpox. We only got a couple more paragraphs here and we're done. Syphilis or herpes. The rash typically progresses to small bumps on the skin, then to blisters that fill with whitish fluid. The illness is often accompanied by fever, headache, muscle aches, back pain, low energy, swollen lymph nodes. A vaccine for Mpox is available in the U.S., but not generally available in the DRC. The U.S. is donating 50,000 doses to address this gap. So there again, not wanting to take medicine away from people, but how much money is taken out of the U.S. economy to make these vaccines for all sorts of things? That's the $100,000 question, especially when we don't have it. We don't have it. Again, we got to make these decisions. It can't just be, whenever emergency happens, throw money on the thing. Whenever they say they need this, throw money at it. We do not have it. This is why I recommend to people, stay as far the F away from these mofos as you can. Eat the best food you can. Think the best thoughts you can. Stay as healthy as you can. You do not want to get in the hands of these mofos. The mainstream medical system it'll bankrupt you for one. And it could, what else to you? What is it? The third leading cause? I don't know. The CDC recommends that people who are exposed to the Mpox virus or who belong to groups with an elevated risk, such as men who have sex with men, receive 2 doses of the vaccine. It's effective against both clades of pox. Good for them. There you go. Back at it again. Buckle up. If you like this video, leave me a thumbs up. I'd love to have you as a subscriber, not only here, but also on my YouTube channel. And before I let you go, I want to invite you to check out One Life. One Life is the guide that I created, the all-in-one system for living the life that you were meant to live, the life that God intended you to live. It's tools and techniques and processes and exercises to help you do that. You can find out more at gmarkphillips.com/onelife. Thanks very much. Have an awesome day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.